What is up, everybody? I'm just going to be doing some coloring tonight. Let me get some music on.
I just wanna.
Hey, what's up, Ollie? Hope you're doing good, man. Great, Justin.
It's not the first time or the last.
Thank you, sir.
It's not It's not the first time or the last. It's not the first time.
Probably at least another 45 minutes to an hour. Yeah, if you want to jump in, just jump in.
Left of us. Burning landslides lighting up the sky in front of all of us. Summer fire, heavy heart taking over, leading me to my grave. And I don't know what to think of what I told you, but tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is another day. Fall away. Let the ashes of these memories turn to gray. Stall the pain and let go of all your emptiness, so love remains. Like a bird on a flying sky, watch the clouds as they pass on by. Soar from the earth with no fear and no need to hold on to you, dear. But I'm afraid that I won't come down, 'cause it feels like having you around, like it was back then, when you and me, we were the best of friends. Summer fire, heavy heart taking over, leading me to my grave.
What's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good. Let me lower the volume here. The music.
There you go.
Yeah. So how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Doing my ink drawing for today.
Nice. What you working on today?
Today I'm working on Man Thing.
Man thing.
Man Thing.
Man thing.
Today's prompt was lily pad. I thought about doing another Cyber Frog, but I was like, nah, I'll do Swamp Thing or something. And I thought Man Thing just looks more interesting, so.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. I also found they had the 1980 something. I don't remember what year it was. Maybe 70 something of Swamp Thing, the movie on Amazon Prime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in forever.
I've never seen that before. I didn't know Swamp Thing was played by that one guy that's been in a bunch of stuff that I don't remember his name.
That one guy who's in that one thing?
You remember that guy? No, he played Robin's dad in the later seasons of How I Met Your Mother. He played the devil in Reaper.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So he was Man Thing?
He was Swamp Thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that actor's name, but I can picture him. He was also the priest on Psych.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, he's been in a bunch of stuff. I know him when I see him. I don't remember his name.
Yeah. Wow.
Then after that, I was like, I wonder if the cartoon is as creepy as I remember it being when I was a kid. It is.
It is.
1991 cartoon. I don't even know who made it.
The devil.
Probably. But like Dr. Arcane, the bad guy, has these henchmen that are already messed up. One of them has like blue skin, and the other guy's got like this like skin, like Gator Man skin or something like that. And this other guy just looks like he's got also like excess white skin. I don't know. They all look like they're already mutants. But like the story opens up with Dr. Arcane saying, "I'm gonna make you guys mutants," and they're already messed up, man. They don't need more problems.
They already have lonely Friday nights.
I already thought these guys were your mutant men, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna make you unmen." Because X-Men is taken.
That's right.
Yeah.
The Mutineers. That sounds like a superhero name. The Mutineers.
Yeah. So that's what I was up to. I was drawing this and watching that.
Cool.
This is looking good. Looks warm in there.
Nice and cozy.
Yeah. Getting toasty in the pouring rain.
That was your intent, right? You want him to look toasty. The fire is so delightful. Even if you have an eyeful.
This was one of my favorite panels, though. I did enjoy this.
Yeah, when I was going to color this page, I was like, I think it's the first panel I'm going to color just because I picture it, so I just want to attack it.
Yeah.
See how it looks on the whole page.
Good.
Nice. I did have a question for you on another page since we're here and
Sure.
got all these going. Where is it? This one. On this one, what is going on here?
In the background?
Yeah, so like yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is that a screen? Like a TV screen in the background?
No, that's just like smoke.
But why are they giants and these guys right here in the front tiny?
Oh, because they're German. Germans grow tall.
Oh, they're giant Germans.
Yeah, everybody knows that. No, it's the narration of that body pile, and so the background is more of like what he's describing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so if you scroll up to the panels above that, you kind of see I'm still doing the same thing a little bit. Like to the right, that big shadow is the outline of the body pile, like narrating what's happening behind him.
Gotcha. So you're gonna have like a speech bubble come out of this guy's mouth or something, like he's talking.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool beans. Well, now that I know that, like, had I known that earlier, I guess I would have colored it differently. I probably would have used the same blue that I have going on in the middle, like back in here
Okay. Yeah.
with the two giant Germans. We are und hungry. I don't know why they would say und hungry other than just to sound German.
Das ist gut, ja.
Das ist good Hamburger. Well then, I think I am gonna hire. I was gonna say I'm gonna hire a letter to do this, but no, I don't think I will. Not this one, because this one is the long one, right? This is like 20 pages.
Yeah, 20 or 21, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna hire a letter to do the shorter one and the 8-page one.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say you might need to like talk to the letterer for me because I don't know.
Right.
There's some things I didn't quite understand, but no, I'll letter this and I'll work with you on it. Make sure I get it right.
Yeah, we can go over these pages before you start too, just so if you got anything coming up as you're looking through them.
Yeah. Cool beans. All right. Yeah, I really like this panel up here.
I really like the way you color that panel. I was gonna say, like that's an awesome looking.
You just
color scheme there.
Like melted skin together.
Yeah, that's kind of like the implication is that these bodies are just like fused, and they're starting to deform.
Okay.
Not comfortable.
No, they don't look especially happy.
It's not for everybody.
Much like the other guy I'm coloring right now, who's a little toasty.
He's fine with it though.
This guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call you Charlie because Char's in the first part of the name. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure I'll have other questions for you, but I'll get around to that once I start coloring or lettering.
Lettering it, yeah.
Yeah. Booyah. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. And then inside this top panel here, this shape right here, I'm guessing that's the fire guy also?
Yeah.
On the right?
Yeah, that'll be his foot, yeah.
Okay. And what else? Yeah, this debris that's falling, is that like water?
Most of it is, yeah. I've got a small screen here, so I'm trying to look. So you see where like there's footsteps coming out of that porthole to the left?
Yes. Okay, I see that now.
Okay, those are going to be on fire. That's like, imagine like oil that's on fire, kind of like leaking off of him.
Okay.
but everything else should be just like water that's dripping down from the ceiling as the whole building kind of cracks and crumbles.
Nice. Okay. Now I get it. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
I did
You got the
flat.
flats on it? Nice.
Yeah, so I can just grab those real quick, like 2, 3, 4. So yeah, it's just those 3 steps. Then the 4th step's not really on fire anymore.
Right.
I see what you got going on now. I see what you did there. Cool beans, and the rest of this is just water, right? Like it's puddling
Yeah.
up. That's the sheen that's on the ground.
Exactly.
Okay. Yo comprendo. Joe,
Yeah, I knew that was going to be
comprendo.
a complicated panel for me to draw because I was like, there's going to be a lot of reflection, like a lot of fire and light and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's also going to be a lot of darkness because it's like all of the lights are starting to go out. It was a little tricky to approach that.
Throw that fire on there too. Nice. All right. I'm gonna do this because it'll probably be quicker. Like sometimes when I flat, I'll just flat really basic like front, middle, background shapes, and then I'll have a second layer of flats where I go even further into detail.
Oh, okay.
But I did not do that this time, so I'm just gonna grab this entire shape here and then subtract the fire. Fire, fire, fire. All right.
So you typically work like largest to smallest shape, right? Whenever you're doing this.
I like to work background to foreground because the background lighting kind of hints at how I'm gonna highlight or do bounce lights on the main characters.
Oh, okay.
But for this, just because I know that that's going to be a strong light source, I'm going to go ahead and grab that real quick just to have that mental picture. But yeah, that's typically how I work.
Interesting. So for something like this, you're gonna have to put like more cool lights in the background to highlight the warmer lights in the front.
Correct. And I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to picture it all in my cabeza. And then I'll go ahead and just gonna throw down some a little bit of orange just to get some of that light out into the ether. And then this background right here where this guy's at, I'm going to go ahead and color a little bit warmer behind him just so that I can pop him out from the background.
And frame him.
Frame him in some purple.
A purple rain.
Purple rain. Cool beans. All right, now I've got my basic structure color down.
Yeah.
So how you been?
No, I've been good. You know, getting by. Trying to stay busy with my ink prompts.
Yeah, where'd you get those prompts from?
So it's from Art Snacks. But it's a subscription thing I used to be a part of where they would send you like a handful of art supplies every month and you just, make whatever you want with it. So I've got like a bunch of art supplies now. Um, some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are probably not something I'm ever going to use, like glitter pens and stuff. Um, but they have a box that comes out before October every year, and it's like their Inktober box, but it's not always affiliated with Inktober.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where I got that list from.
It's interesting. I heard a lot of people complain about this year's prompt list from Inktober.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Yeah. They just where people were saying that it wasn't as good as the last few ones, I guess. But to me, honestly, like I feel like the last 8 years or so, they just haven't been all that great.
Really?
Maybe 5 years. Maybe I'm over exaggerating a bit. Because I think the last time I did it was probably like 4 years ago, but I think I did Drawloween because I wasn't crazy about the prompts that Inktober was using.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, some of these prompts are like kind of similar, but
Yeah.
I do the best I can with like barely playing by the rules of it.
I like what you're doing so far. I really like that Sasquatch one with the hunters behind him or something.
Oh yeah, I think it was yesterday's one. Yeah,
That one looked really good.
thanks. So typically, how far will you go with these? Like this panel here, how far are you going to go before you stop being like, all right, this is a good foundation for it before you move on, or do you work it to the finish line?
No, I'll work it. I'll work it until I finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to. I don't know why. Maybe it's just the completionist in me, but I try to go like from beginning to the last. But whenever I see a panel that's just really exciting, like this panel here, I was like, I already knew what I was going to do, so I was like, I just need to attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really like the way that panel came out.
Yeah.
And even this, like, I'm not happy with the highlight I put on him. I'll probably put a stronger light, reflecting like a rim light on him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now that since you were here and I got to ask you questions about this top panel, I'll go ahead and attack that one now. You watch any scary movies? Or not really?
Yesterday, I watched the 2003 Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I'm sorry.
It's not good.
No,
but,
no, it's not.
Yeah. But I remember it not being that great, and I was like, well, maybe it's better than I remember it. Because like I said, I kind of watched some older horror movies recently, so I was like, well, maybe I'll watch a more recent one. But yeah, I watched it. I was like, yeah, that's not great. It's like super goofy sometimes. Like he cuts off one of the guy's faces and wears it, and it looks real stupid. It looks like he's wearing a Halloween mask that he got from like the Spirit Halloween store or something. I think I've tried to watch. Do you remember End of Days?
Is that the Schwarzenegger movie?
That's the Schwarzenegger movie with John Byrne, or what's his name?
Gabriel Burns.
Gabriel Burns. I don't remember. Yeah, the artist John Burns.
John Burns. Yeah. This is after he worked on Spider-Man.
You had some free time. He became an actor for a little bit. Yeah, it's Gabriel Byrne, Kevin Pollak, and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, I forgot Kevin
Um,
Pollak was in that. Who did he play?
he was the best friend.
Okay.
He's the wisecracking fat best friend.
I just saw some clips of him not too long ago where he's doing an impersonation of Peter Falk. And he can like actually move his eye
Oh dang!
into a weird, crazy position, like Peter Falk. That was pretty funny.
He was a funny guy. Oh, that's right. He did Usual Suspects with Gabriel Byrne.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot about that. Like that little connection there. I think, well, like I was saying, I think I tried to watch like End of Days like 3 times now, and every time something comes up before I get like more than a few more minutes into the movie, at this point I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna finish that movie.
Yeah, I think I saw it once and that was enough.
Yeah,
And that was like whenever it came out 20 years ago. What year was that?
1999.
Was it? Man,
I think it was 99. Yeah,
20, 23,
because that was
24
like the
years
whole
ago.
point, is that it was coming out for the year 2000.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm. It's funny because like that movie is very clearly not written for Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's written for somebody who can enunciate a little better. He's supposed to be this like pensive, like introspective kind of guy. He just it does not play well. Yeah. Oh well. He tried to flex his acting muscles.
Acting muscles are like real muscles. You got to work them out.
I'm going to find the devil and going to finish him off.
And then eat und hamburger.
Going to hop on das boat.
Poor Arnold.
Oh yeah, poor Arnold. He's got it so rough.
What did he ever do to us?
He entertained us our whole lives.
Gave us kindergarten cop.
Yeah, that's true. Which I also saw that again recently. That one was disappointing.
Yeah.
I remember it being more entertaining when I was a kid.
What's your favorite Schwarzenegger movie?
Um, it's between Predator and Judgment Day, Terminator 2. If we were talking just like standalone, Predator. But if we're just talking about like, I guess probably just like fun movie, it's probably Terminator. But I think I respect Predator as a horror movie as well, because that's actually pretty well done.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's also like on the level of like The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, as far as how well the characters are written, and that they don't do anything stupid. Like they don't do anything to where you'd be like, oh, what are you thinking? You're crazy. Except for what's his name, Billy, who kind of goes off on his own.
Billy.
That's the guy.
Yeah, that's the Billy.
But otherwise, like they all have like the right idea. Like we got to stick together. we can't really go off on we shouldn't go off on our own, except for Billy, because he ain't afraid of no man.
That's right.
And then they use like their tactical training to try to fight the predator. But he's just either stronger or smarter than them, so he comes out on top. So yeah, I think for that's like another level of predator that I can really respect. Like they're not written to be like stupid, like big buff dudes. You can believe that they've had some kind of survival training.
Give me the weapon. Oh no, actually, it's
Get to
Lily
the
that says it.
chapter. Yeah.
She's the one who's
The
like,
weapon.
give me the weapon.
Classic lines.
Yeah.
And what about you? What's your favorite one?
I gotta say it's Predator. Like it's
Yeah.
pretty straightforward for me. Like if you told me you can watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger, you have to watch an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie 10 times in a row. I would say okay, then I choose Predator.
Mm-hmm.
Your punishment is
Feeling-
Predator.
That would be punishment for Amanda. She does not like that movie.
Oh, she doesn't like good movies? That's too bad.
No. Have you gotten to watch any horror movies this month?
Let me tell you something, dude. Let me tell you something, man.
Yeah. Dígame.
I watched for the very first time Halloween Town.
Halloween, the Disney one?
Yeah.
All right.
You sound so unimpressed. I've tried watching that movie. This is why you should be impressed. I've tried watching that movie probably about 3 times before, and every time I've fallen asleep on it. I stayed awake this time.
Kudos.
Thank you.
I earned those kudos.
Did I stayed awake?
So I've never seen it, but I've heard of it before.
Yep.
What's it about?
Not much. Not much. It's about this little girl who played by the Fridge from Little Giants. Do you remember Little Giants?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Remember the Fridge?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So she plays a girl who is a witch, but she doesn't know it yet until her grandmother comes to visit. And so then she finds out. So then she follows her grandmother home to Halloween Town, where the mayor is taking over the town and turning all the townspeople into zombies so that he can rule the world or something like that.
So the mayor of Halloween Town is evil?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So plot ruined. Now you know who the villain is. Next time you try and watch it.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, I should have said. Yeah.
Spoiler alert. It's boring. Don't watch it.
Spoiler alert. You might fall asleep the first 3 times you watch it.
Spoiler alert. You're gonna hate it.
Just. Oh man. Yes, Jasper, please. I watched. I'm trying to think if I haven't seen anything new really.
Yeah. I know I've seen movies this week. I just don't remember which ones.
Because they were that good.
They were so good. It blew my mind and erased my memory.
There it is without the lines.
Okay. That's the painting version of it.
Yeah. So you can see where it works. It really highlights the character back here.
Yeah. That's looking good. It looks dank in there.
Does look dank in there.
This is Photoshop Elements, right?
Yep.
Or do you have... Okay.
No, yeah, it's the poor man's Photoshop.
It's not about the tool, it's about the mastery.
It's about the tool who uses the tool.
It's about the fool and the tool. You ever get annoyed at people who said that, like they were angry whenever you asked, like, what kind of tool are they using? What kind of brush are they using, or pen or pencil or whatever? And people are like, it doesn't matter what kind of thing that they're using. It depends on like the skill of the artist or something. But it does kind of matter though, right?
Yeah, especially if you're using like a texture brush or...
Yeah.
And honestly, like when it comes to software, like it does matter. There's a you can see a difference between like Photoshop and Clip Studio.
Yeah.
It exists.
Granted, it's probably going to be more visible to somebody who's used those programs enough.
Yeah,
like
sure.
I probably couldn't tell you like the difference between them. One, I'm colorblind, but two, like I don't have a whole lot of experience with Clip or Affinity. I have some with Photoshop, but mostly just because I've seen you work in Photoshop a lot. So I probably couldn't tell, but you are probably better at spotting different programs being used than I am.
Perhaps. Now, I have been listening to A Night in the Lonesome October,
Oh yeah.
my October ritual.
What was the name of the author of that book?
Roger Zelazny.
Did he make any other stuff?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, have you ever heard of a movie called Damnation Alley? It's an old sci-fi movie.
That sounds familiar, but I wouldn't know it, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I guess he wrote the book that movie was based on. And like A Night in the Lonesome October isn't even his more
Yeah.
popular book. I think his more popular book is called something like The Nine Princes in Amber or something like that.
Huh.
Yeah,
That sounds like, is it horror?
I'm not sure. Honestly,
Sounds like it.
I think it's fantasy. Honestly,
Hmm.
yeah. Yeah, I guess like towards the end of his life, he lived in New Mexico,
Oh.
like Santa Fe. All right. So you're ready to draw your next book?
Yeah, I think I am. I was actually thinking about that this week, actually the past couple of weeks. I was like, kind of feel like drawing a book again. Getting antsy for it.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because it's been a few years now since we started Halloween Head Comics, and um, a lot more experience under our belts, I guess, creating comics,
Mhm.
drawing comics. Do you feel like you've progressed any? Do you feel like you learned anything over these
I
years?
feel like I have. Um, I think just like look. I was actually looking through the first issue we did yesterday because I wanted actually looking through the book so I could find a reference for the Sasquatch I drew because I was looking at the collected thing that we have,
Yeah.
volume one, and just kind of flipping through it, and I was like, you know what, this is good for me. Like I know I did my best, but I feel like I've grown a lot, and it feels looking at it, it feels like it was like 10 years ago when I did that. I feel like I've gotten better about like picking my shots and being more intentional with how I put together my panels. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, how many stories have you drawn since you did that one?
Since the first one, probably 3 or 4. Because after that, our second issue was the next story that I did, which was the unknown incident at Kecksburg. After that, it was Amanda's story, Mulrooney, in issue 3. And then I had San Nefondo. I finished that one up. So it's about 4 stories, but realistically about what, 6 years difference, 7 years difference.
Yeah. It's been a while.
In a little bit. How about you? How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel like I've grown as an artist when I look at my penciling stuff, my penciling and inking from the first issue to the last story I worked on with Matt Hudson.
Yeah.
Even like the one that I've done that I haven't really shown too much of. It goes on all fours. I feel like just
Yeah.
my drawing skill, I think, has improved.
I think like if I was to say like just from what I've observed from you,
Mm-hmm.
your directing ability has skyrocketed. Like your ability to like call a shot and pick your composition,
Yeah,
that's like fantastic. It's phenomenal.
like on what? Like what did I do?
Like so on that story like that you haven't shared yet, maybe you can put it in the next issue, but
Yeah,
so people can know what we're talking about. But yeah, it goes on all fours. Like I remember looking at that being like, yeah, this is like the opening of the X-Files. This is it's really good storytelling.
oh, thanks, man.
And like there's not, I don't think there's a weak panel in there, honestly. Like I remember looking at it being like each one of these is like a keyframe. Um from what I understand, keyframes to be in movies, like this is like the shot you're working towards and building off of.
Yeah,
And that's like the strongest shot you're going to get. And I feel like you've been able to capture that in that story, and then I think going on into your other stories, you're really good at that.
no, thanks, man. It's really cool
Mm-hmm.
to hear. You always hope you're getting better, but it's cool to hear it.
Right.
Because I mean, honestly, sometimes I see my drawing skills has improved, but like my composition and like the shots that you're talking about, like I didn't really even consider that.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it's cool to hear that you see like an X Files kind of vibe
The
to it.
vibe.
Yeah, definitely an influence
Mm-hmm.
in like storytelling.
It's that, I think it's that Vince Gilligan influence on you. Like I don't know if you were drawing that when you were watching Better Call Saul or not. Um, but that's the common thread I see. Is like it's very, like I said, very cinematic. It's really good storytelling, but you see those in like the opening for Better Call Saul and the X Files. So I kind of get that. Well, I assume that's more like a Vince Gilligan
Oh yeah,
influence.
yeah. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You know, and I'm not even sure if I did watch Better Call Saul yet when I drew that. I could have seen the first season at least. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're drawing, how much of it are you kind of envisioning in color, or do you initially think of it as just a drawing first? If you're, let's say, plotting out a panel or a layout for a splash page or a cover.
Um, when I'm drawing a page, I guess like the first thing I think of is the composition. I'm not even thinking about color just yet until I have the
Hmm.
drawing, and I feel like the drawing, um, like as a writer, like I do have a mood in mind, but
Yeah,
you never know how the drawing is going to come out because the way the drawing comes out could alter the mood.
right.
And so, not until like after I have the drawing done do I even think about like the mood of it, which you kind of stick the mood with the inks. You know, like okay, this is going to be really dark and heavy, or it's going to be light,
I see. Yeah.
and then that also informs like the colors. Like, what am I going for here? Is it a dangerous, exciting, like reds? You know, is it warm, or is it mysterious, um, creepy? Like I'll go with more like green tones. You know, and not that
Hmm.
it's going to be monochromatic in those colors, but that's like kind of like an underneath layer of color that I think about. I guess the psychology of the color
Yeah.
to enhance that mood that I'm trying to go for. What about you?
Well, with my particular handicap, it's hard for me to envision it in color. Sometimes I do. I don't really think of it in color so much as I think of it as in
Like tones, maybe?
contrast.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, more like, yeah, like I know this is going to be like super bright. It kind of allows me to focus more on like light source. Like I know I want this to be like stark white, stark black, and I know I gotta push the light a certain direction. Um, and that starts to kind of tell me how I have to set up the shot so it makes sense and it's readable. But yeah, initially it's the action. You're right. It's the composition. Like I got to make sure I'm putting this in a place where people know what's happening, but it's also interesting enough to look at. Um, and then after that, I start thinking about, all right, how am I gonna light this, and how do I really want to get the mood through the inks of it.
yeah, yeah. Because at the inking point, I
So,
feel like that's where you kind of nail down the final in a way, like the lines,
right.
so that informs the mood of the piece.
Yeah, it's definitely more of like letting the letting the pencils bake almost.
Yeah. Well, I am really excited about Little Jack coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting experience for me on my side too. Like the concept of pencils and only pencils.
Yeah.
So I don't know the last time I've left a drawing just pencils and been like, "Yep, that's good enough," and then walked away.
Yeah, it's different because especially like if like us, like we tend to ink our own stuff.
Yeah,
We don't feel like we have to finish the pencil stage,
exactly.
and so now you're gonna have to start thinking of a more polished
Hmm.
feel to your work.
Tighten up the lines.
Yeah,
Let's draw a circle. That's where he's gonna go. Enjoy.
finish it.
You know what he looks like. Hmm. Now, there's something very satisfying about like finishing that, like a book. That is, I think that's one of the things I'm just kind of antsy for is like that feeling of dopamine whenever I finish something.
Yeah,
I think Die Brook took me like, oh, when did I start that? And it took me about 8 months, something like that. I think I had started it in September of last year, and I think I finished it what like midsummer, early summer this year. I don't remember when I sent it to you.
yeah,
Um, Something like that.
something like that. I have to check. I'm not sure either.
Yeah. But I remember like feeling very relieved. Like the last panel I drew, I was like, "Oh my god, it's done! All I have to do is go back and edit a little bit." And I felt so good about it. And then it only took a few weeks, and I'm like, "Yeah, I kind of enjoy the process." Like I started to think about it, and it's the problem solving process
Yeah,
where you've it's essentially like what I'm doing with the prompts. It's like it's an idea that you've got to express somehow in the most creative way you can.
right.
And it can be frustrating, but it can also be very rewarding.
Very true.
Well, rewarding when it works.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Do you want to show off what you're working on right now?
Um, I can try. I don't know how my internet's gonna take it.
All right.
Hold on. Let me. Let's see if I can turn on my camera. Yep, that's the wrong way, camera. Mm-hmm. Ignore me. How many front-facing cameras do I have? They're all the same camera. There we go.
Awesome.
You see that?
Yeah. Very nice.
His body came out kind of elongated, but that's fine. I like the kind of feels like what's his name, Liam Sharp, the way he draws bodies.
Yeah, yeah. Very muscular too, like Liam Sharp.
Mm-hmm. They're
I
all
like the
rib
back.
cage.
Yeah, I like the background too.
Thanks. Splotch a bunch of ink in that in the back.
Very cool. I forgot who I was talking to
Yeah,
recently,
that's what I'm looking.
and I think,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, it was Gambino. I had Gambino on the show. Did you watch that interview that I did with him?
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah, you might turn your camera off because it's starting to robot now.
Yeah, I
You're
already
doing
did
so.
that.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you're doing so good, and then all of a sudden it just starts robot.
Told you, it's that camera.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, yeah. What I was saying was, I think it was during the interview that I talked to Gambino about how he was doing the middle ground, foreground, background, in his
Mm-hmm.
panels, and that's something I feel like a lot of people don't really, especially beginning artists, don't really consider when they're drawing a panel.
Yeah.
And like I just noticed it like in your sketch there, you got like the foreground, you got the vines growing,
Mm-hmm.
then you got your trees in the background. And just how doing something simple like that, just putting an object in the foreground and in the background, just kind of grounds your character.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I think you're right. Like, especially young artists. Like when I was, you know, probably even 10 years into drawing, that's not something I ever wanted to do. Is like I don't want to draw backgrounds. I just want to draw your main character, right? That's
Yeah.
the whole reason I'm drawing. But yeah, you gotta learn to put the work into the environment they're in. Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, yeah, you sound good.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure. My bars will like drop up and down every now and then.
Yeah. No, you're doing good.
When I get married and I get that married internet,
Mm, that's where it's at,
maybe
man.
the, maybe this won't happen. Yeah.
You'll be able to stream a lot more and be away from her.
You only married me for my internet. No, baby, it ain't like that.
Hold on, guys. I'll stream with you in a second. I just gotta do some cuddling first. I think I'm gonna hide my a pin post for the campaign because I was counting my books. I only got like 4 books left.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So let's not do any more promotions for the book.
All right.
Really don't want to have to go to print. I mean, I would if we sold like all of a sudden this weekend. We're like, hey, we got 20 purchases or something. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
print
worth
20. I'll print 21.
Campfire's looking good.
Thanks.
How many more pages do you have left to work on this book?
This is page 16. So I've got it's 22 pages, so I got 6 more pages.
Yeah. Well, I think is it 22? It might be 21 or 22.
Let me just check real quick here. 21.
21, cool.
I'm on 16 right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once I finish this one, it'll be 5.
Nice.
But I'm still counting this one because it's not finished yet. I'm not going to finish it tonight.
Right. Those pipes, I remember being kind of a pain to draw, but I remember really liking the way it looks whenever it came out. Whenever I finished.
Yeah, it adds more, I don't know. It's more reality, I guess, to the environment.
Yeah.
A little more atmosphere.
A bit more of a story there.
Yeah. Man, I got so many stories I want to tell, dude. They like pop into my head every so often, and
Yeah.
it's a pain.
I hate it.
I hate my brain sometimes.
Shut up. Finish the ones you have.
Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. I've got a great idea for a first story for Tinfoil Skies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to do Mal's Hole. Do you remember that story?
Yeah.
And that'll probably be quick, like 5 or 6 pager.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have some guy come forward and be like, maybe the missing kid fell into this hole, and he'll tell him about it. And what's going to be crazy about it is that he's going to admit to like murdering his wife and dumping her body in there.
Yeah.
And, after he tells the story, like the cops are there waiting for him to arrest him. But he's like constantly haunted by her.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be my nod to Art Bell. Don't say I never did nothing for you, Art.
Not gonna say nothing no more.
You better not.
Did you ever see the show on Amazon, Open Range? Or something like that. Is it Open Range?
I've heard about it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting idea. Just was not that good of a show. I didn't care for it, at least. I know some people liked it, but
Was not
not for
executed
me.
properly
Yeah,
because it's supposed to be like time portals or something, right?
yeah, yeah. That's kind of the what do you call it? The big twist at the end is that it's a time portal.
I think he told me about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really hoping it was going to be more like Skinwalker Ranch, where like a bunch of weird stuff was going to be happening around this guy's family, but it was just the one thing.
Yeah, so I've been thinking about the place where Tinfoil Skies happens,
Hmm.
and what do you think of me just creating like a fictional place instead of it being like a real place?
Like a fictional city or state or
Just a fictional park, I guess, like national park.
um, yeah. Is that not what you were planning on doing?
I mean, sort of, but I also wanted to place it somewhere um, known,
Hmm.
I guess.
Oh, like a place in a known place.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think just making a place would be fine. I think that would work.
what do you think about Rainbow Holler
Rainbow Holler.
or Rainbow Valley?
I
So I really want
think I
something
like Rainbow Valley.
like from Rainbow Valley because I really want a name that's going to be like disarming and juxtaposition to what the place actually is. Because I was thinking
Yeah,
about like Devil's, Holler or Devil's Back or
Devil's Armpit.
Devil's Butt. Yeah,
Devil's Egg.
Devil's Egg with extra mustard.
But it's vegan, so it's more evil.
Ew.
No, yeah, I think there's something more creepy, I think, about it being called Rainbow. Just it seems very occult to name something Rainbow anything.
Yeah,
Um, so
yeah.
no, I
I
like that.
was kind of
Um,
remembering Serpent in the Rainbow.
yeah, yeah, that's what it kind of makes me think about, or like the Rainbow Room or something.
Yeah, Devil's Butt Crack. People go missing out there. They
Once
go
they
in
get
and they
all
don't come
wedged in
out.
there,
Don't go near the swampy region of Devil's Butt Crack. You won't come out. Alrighty then. I think this panel is done as well. which is awesome because my
Cool.
plan was just to do a panel and a half at least.
Mhm.
And yeah, I feel like I've completed 2 panels here.
Nice.
Bam, there we go.
Yeah, it looks really good, man.
Yeah, tomorrow I will probably come in and just give like a stronger highlight right here
Hmm.
on this guy. Give him brighter rim lighting. And then we'll get to this action panel down here. Alrighty, puppy. Well, I guess I'm done.
Cool.
Done for the night. Thanks for joining with me.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Let me save this real quick, and then do you want to show off your drawing again?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
One last time.
And then if I start roboting out, you just cut me off. Okay, camera.
Get you on solo layout. There we go. Oh, nice. Yeah, you got a lot done since last time you showed it. I like how you knocked out those trees back there.
Yeah, I got a big brush for that, so. Yeah.
Very
the
cool.
dude.
The man thing.
Y'all.
The man thing. Alrighty.
Yep, that's me.
Thanks for joining me. Thanks for everybody that stopped by and said hi. Everybody have a good night.
Bye, everybody.